A recent revelation shows the administration of US President Donald Trump is preparing to launch a plan to increase sales of American arms across the world. Reuters has quoted unnamed officials in Washington as saying that the plan calls for US military attachés and diplomats to help increase America's global sales of weapons. This is expected to change the nature of the missions of diplomats that had so far been mainly focused on providing limited assistance to the countries in which they served, among other issues. But this new approach that Trump is expected to take sometime soon would also have serious implications that simply go beyond the borders of America.
The Trump attempts to increase the so-called return on investment for its military power. So instead of spending all this money to fight its adversaries, the United States could instead make money by simply selling weapons to allies, who will then use the weapons to fight the adversaries of the United States. However, the US would have less control over the weapons then, by, for example, selling to Saudi Arabia. And this implies more chaos or a constant state of war.
The list of American weapons that Trump wants to sell the world is already long. It will encompass everything from fighter jets and drones to warships and artillery. This will be meant to fulfill the president's 2016 campaign promise to create jobs by selling more goods and services. Concerns are already emerging that Trump's initiative, which he has named as the new Buy American plan, would trigger a new global arms race. And that would itself lead to a surge in violence and wars at the international level.
It is definitely a question that Americans should be asking. That is, whether the deep state and intelligence services has become this fourth branch of power in the United States. So given this radical shift in terms of how to use the military, there's good reason to question if this is indeed the so-called deep state intervening. And I would draw your attention to what happened when Trump launched an attack on a Syrian military base. It was quite interesting for a week or so, suddenly the whole campaign against him, the Russian conspiracy, Russiagate, all of this suddenly went to the background. So there definitely seems to be something, one way of controlling him. So it is at least a question worth asking.
Many believe Trump's initiative to encourage stronger American arms sales would be in defiance of human rights. Others say a larger flow of American arms to crisis points like those in the Middle East and North Africa could eventually prove detrimental. But few may expect the current administration in the White House to care about the impacts of a lucrative business like the arms industry on issues like human rights and civilian lives. This could thus reflect how the military manufacturers and the deep state have taken over the Trump presidency, at least in the foreign policy arena.
Trump was quite unique in that he was the ultimate anti-interventionist. He even called for ending all regime changes. He preferred to have Assad in power. He even argued that NATO was obsolete on several occasions. Yet, under his watch, the United States now remains in Syria, probably to become an occupying power. He casually tweets about nuclear wars with North Korea, and now the United States could possibly even cancel the nuclear deal with Iran. So we see this in Europe as well, where Trump has even agreed to selling weapons to Ukraine.
Trump's initiative could undoubtedly help many US weapons businesses, but the profits they will thus make will come at a cost, the loss of civilian lives at the international level. That, of course, is not something that will worry the American leaders as far as the current signs indicate.